Hello, hometown cable viewers. Today is October 2nd, 2013. We are at the George Brendler Field this evening with a big matchup featuring the boys varsity soccer. Northern Soccer League Division II. They're playing for first place here with Chazy undefeated in the division and with one tie, and Northern Adirondack Bobcats. They have one loss to Seton Catholic and one tie, so if they can upset the Eagles here at the George Brendler Field, they will have a little piece of first place. And it's kind of good this year, Calvin, that Northern Adirondacks had a couple of rough seasons, and they're playing well this year.
They're back. The whole sports program is looking good, girls and boys.
Yes, last night we witnessed a very nice game here last night with Chazy girls and Northern Adirondack girls, and it ended up a tie, 0-0 tie after a hard-fought battle. But they had a previous matchup between these two teams, a couple of weeks ago, and it was cut short by heat, lightning, and the boys were playing, and so they're ready for the rematch here, and that's a good spot for the Bobcats, and it's cleared out well by Alec Rapier and kicked downfield by Hayden Gay. Let me grab the numbers here for the Bobcats. They're one of the Bobcats to, you might be hearing his name is Mannion. Mannion is one of the big scorers in the league. Ryan Mannion, number 3, and that's a good shot. And King makes a decent, kind of lackadaisical save, but it was effective. I don't know if he was expecting that shot to come in like that. He just put his arms up and threw it across the crossbar here in this early going. Like I said, this is a big matchup here. This is a big game for both these teams. Chazy can go 2 up in the division with just a few games left. And a good cross from Hayden Gay, and the ball lands, and Alec Lapeer, Alec Lapeer, and there's going to be another corner kick. Alec Lapeer had a good chance right there to score early for the Eagles. Bobcats have to defend a little bit better. They don't let that ball land is the mantra. Another nice ball by Hayden Gay. Everybody's going up, and that will be a goal kick now for the Bobcats.
In the game in Oldenburg, Joe, Chazy came out with 3 quick goals, and the Bobcats came back to get 2. And the game was halted because of lightning with about 10 minutes to go in the half. So there's still a lot of time left in the first half, and 5 goals were scored.
And we've heard 2 versions of what's going to happen. That game is going to be replayed on the 17th of October. And I spoke to Coach Kelleher, and he said they're going to be starting the game from when it ended. And Coach McCullough, or I think the whole game, Coach McCullough said it was going to be started from some other position. So they're going to have to figure that up. Either going to play the whole game or what,
I think they'll play 50 minutes, but we'll see.
Yeah, they're going to have to figure out what's going to be going on there on the 17th. So
if it was a tie game, I could see where they might restart it. But one team leading, I'm sure.
Well, good ball. King comes off his line. He loses the ball, but he does regain possession.
See, Coach McCullough, because he's leading, wants to pick it up where it was, and Coach Kelleher
that's how it works. I wonder it's going to be interesting to see how they do that.
Whatever the rule is, it will be.
I've never heard of that happening, actually, up here, stopping a game or for some reason. How do they normally handle it?
Well, actually, most of the ones I've seen have been halftime, and then once you reach halftime, the game's over.
Game's over, okay.
But
so
I always thought that, that hasn't happened that often, that you picked up where you were.
Okay.
But we'll see.
But it's good. Chazy applying a little bit of pressure here to the Bobcats. Oh, a nice steal by O'Connor. Lets a shot go. O'Connor coming up from the defensive end. Chazy putting a little pressure on the defense of Northern Adirondack. King takes a nice goal kick. Got a good left foot. Mannion doing a little something with it. Ball goes out of bounds off Bobcats, and Hicks picks it up for Chazy, gets it up to Gay. Gay trying to get around. Gay does a good job getting the ball back, and Gay has a nice service with the left foot, but just a little too much weight. And it goes out of bounds off the end line. Goal kick for the Bobcats with 35-39 left in this first half, and no score.
Come on, White, come on.
The star of the show, Joey Tremblay, is probably signing autographs at this time, so he will be here momentarily. And that's a nice little receive right there by Brothers. Gage Duquette giving chase to number 5, Kellett. And that is going to be out of bounds, and it's going to be a Bobcat ball.
I don't know why you say probably. You know darn well he's saying that.
I wonder if he's probably charging for them.
Oh, he does. He does.
Not a whole lot, but. And going up is Mannion and O'Connor, and it goes off to the foot of Doran. Doran trying to kick it upfield and being kicked around by the Bobcats off the head of Doran. Goes to the foot of Brothers. Brothers trying to control it. He's being surrounded by Mannion. Mannion does a good job of getting the ball for the Bobcats. Number 4 kicks it to the far side. That's LaBarge. Ball just being bounced around. Both teams, neither one of them gaining a whole lot of possession. A lot of boot ball. And Brothers kicks it downfield. He takes his turn. And nice little play right there by number 8, LeBombard, getting that ball back to King. King getting it out of trouble. Fighting for possession is everybody, and Brothers comes up with it for the Eagles. Just kind of calm things down. Gage Ducat has the inside track, just could not receive that ball well. Head of Alec Lapierre. Goes off the head of barrier. Oh, goes up to Rabideau. Over to Gage Ducat, Wonder Boy. Wonder Boy trying to get something going inside and is kicked out by the defense of the Bobcats. Goes over to Spencer Rogers on the other side. He goes out of bounds. Number 6 coming in there hard is Velasquez. Goes off the foot of Rogers. Velasquez coming in challenging Rogers. Rogers going over to Barrier. Barrier goes all the way back to Doran. They're going to reset. Doran's going to go to the far side. Now trying to find O'Connor, but he finds Hicks instead. Good play by Hicks, actually, to be in good position, playing wide. Hicks does a nice little move on the outside, trying to service it up. And it goes too far. It goes into the hands of King, the keeper, for the Bobcats. Now, the league has been a lot more entertaining this year, Calvin. You know, with both leagues. I mean, it's just the top league with division, the first division and the second division. They've been a lot closer games this year. Nobody really wants it in the first division. It's a coin toss. Who Saranac Lake, Beatontown. Northeastern just had a big loss with personnel. I heard with Rodney Grimshaw, he's out for the season. I spoke to his dad today at work, and he said it didn't look good. So that's going to really hurt the Cougars' chances.
He was a big part of that.
Yes, he was. Kellett trying to get up to Velasquez, kicked away by Rogers and kicked out of bounds by number 19, Miller.
Have we mentioned the officials yet?
We have not mentioned the officials. We have Mr. Kaiser and Mr. Varon. Yep. Our officials this evening, 2 long-time officials, been doing this probably easily in double digits. And nobody defending against Kellett. Barry trying to get something going, and it goes off the foot of Velasquez, and Rabideau picks up a quick throw and trying to find Hayden Gay. And number 8, going to try to get these numbers down here. They're not in order. LeBombard just keeping the peace back there. Barrier, top of the box, trying to find anybody. Kicked off Barrier, and Gage Ducat trying to get it in the outside of the box. Nice service by Ducat. Oh! Hicks just missing a pretty good chance, but he was defended well. It was a good ball by, really nice work by Gage Ducat. The freshman having to fill in with the big loss of Drake earlier in the season, so Chazy's had to retool a little bit up front. Hayden Gay taking a crack at it once in a while. Rabideau putting Gage Ducat up there, but they have not lost yet, the Eagles in division, so something's working right. And kicked up front. Trying to get number 4 is LaBarge. Goes out of bounds on the far side. It's going to be a Bobcat throw, and Bobcat's getting a little something going. Goes off LaBarge and goes out of bounds. It's going to be an Eagle throw on the far side. Still no score. In this matchup of Division II Northern Soccer League leaders. Right now they're first, and the Eagles are first, and the Bobcats are second.
Where's Seton?
Seton, I think they have 2 losses. I believe Seton has 2 losses now. To Lake Placid, I believe in us. Or was that Lake Placid that has 2 losses? One of those guys has 2 losses. I think Lake Placid got beat by Elizabethtown the other day. Made the big news, so. Seton has a nice program this year. They have very low on numbers. I think they only have 12 players.
Yeah,
and they're still competing. They're doing well. Tedford, the big goal scorer in the Division II. Actually, the whole section is quite a player. He pulled a good strike against Chazy earlier this season. Oh, good going by Kellett. Kellett getting a shot off from distance, and he easily goes in the hands of Gravel. Austin Gravel, the sophomore keeper for the Eagles, getting the nod tonight. Nice kick. Nobody seemed to want to head. Oh, that was a good try by Rabideau. The Bombards doing a good job for the Bobcats in the middle. Miller up to Kellett. Kellett trying to find her. Ball just kicked around. Nobody really gaining a whole lot of possession so far in this game. And Duquette for the Eagles. Duquette, nice challenge by Kellett right there. It was a good play by Kellett. We have Rabideau for the Eagles taking the throwing. 29:15 left in the first half. Rabideau trying to find Brothers. Brothers is a nice little chest pass over to Duquette, and it goes back to Brothers. Rabideau still being challenged. Now it goes over to Duquette. Duquette being challenged by Kellett. And that will be a Eagle throw off Kellett. Kellett played last year, I believe, for the Bobcats too as a sophomore, so he's got some experience.
Get that first one.
Looking down the roster, there's not a whole lot of seniors for the Bobcats, so they have a young team. And kicked out by Velasquez, trying to find Mannion. Mannion comes up with the ball, trying to go wide. Goes off the foot of Velasquez over to Alec Lapierre. Alec Lapierre trying to go wide, and that's defended well by the Bobcats. But it goes on the foot of Hicks. Mannion's a good hustler. I've enjoyed watching him play for a couple of years now. He gives it 100%. And here goes Hicks for the Eagles. Hicks still with the ball. Now you got Brothers on the top of the box. Brothers with a couple of nifty little moves. Still with the ball. Yeah, that will be fouled. You can't have your hands on him, Mr. LaFountain, like that. That's a good spot for the Eagles here with 27:52 left in the first half. Still no score. Be interesting how they work.
Brother.
Coach McCullough putting his chess pieces in place for this. Oh, that was almost a good try. Good set play.
Take him in line. Take him in line.
And Rogers coming up from the defensive end, and Kellett putting on a pretty good display for defense, and it's going to be a goggles off Kellett, and it's going to be Rogers with a quick throw over to Barrier. And just kicked downtown by Dylan Miller for the Bobcats, going to go out of bounds. Chazy still with some time of possession and territorial in this early going. Nice boo by Brothers. Oh, he's got a good ball. Yeah.
Oh! Which one?
I don't know.
Hold your whistle.
I don't know. You saw Hayden Gay raise his hand looking at Brothers. He was looking at Brothers.
The far one. Hold your whistle.
He is right. He was looking for Hayden Gay. Hayden put his arm up, and Brothers tried to give him the pass, but Barrier coming up with the ball for the Eagles now. Barrier going up with Rabideau. Rabideau with good wheels. King coming off his line. King coming out. Kind of a miss kick. King off his line. And what's Gage Duquette going to do? And the ball goes harmlessly in the arms of King. A little excitement here in this early going. King taking a chance, but he had to come off his line. Rabideau has good wheels. Gay with the ball. Gay trying to go wide. Duquette. Duquette going in with the ball, and King comes up with it again. King's been touching that ball on a regular basis, but Chazy is only awarded one shot at this time. 2 corner kicks. And a senior captain, Gay with the ball, going over to Brothers. Brothers lets go with a shot from distance. Not a bad choice, actually. He had everybody back in their heels.
Gage. Wider. I don't know.
With 25-40 left in the first half, there's still no score. And there's a decent-sized crowd here this evening, Calvin, and it's a beautiful night. Temperature's got to be around 70 degrees, and just it's perfect.
It was 76 degrees when I shut my car off about 4:10.
Okay, it's just perfect out.
Yeah, beautiful, ideal.
It's a little breeze. Throwing from Rabideau, goes over to Gay. Giving Gay too much time. Oh, Gay trying to find that far corner and just over the crossbar with just about 25 minutes left in the first half. Chazy applying some pressure on the Bobcats. This is for first place in Northern Soccer League Division 2. The Bobcats would love to get a piece of it, and they can with a win tonight. Barrier's good in the air. Good play by Brothers. Chazy's starting to get into their own now, and that's what the Bobcats fear. Good save by King. King's a pretty big kid. He's a junior. He's got pretty good size. Looks like he has good hands too. Barrier getting a workout tonight with a head. Barrier over to Brothers. Good combination. Brothers trying to find Hayden Gay. Well played by the defensive Bobcats, but Gay gets it back, and Gay, let's go with a nice shot. Good save by King. Nice shot by Gay. Good choice. And King made a good save with 24 minutes left. Chazy gets awarded their third corner kick of this half.
Go get one here.
Bobcats can see how they defend on this. Alec Lapierre would love to get in the scoring column, and he was stripped of the ball by Velasquez. And Dylan Dorn for the Eagles stepping up. Oh, he hands out one off to Mannion by no intention, but Mannion he's dangerous. He can score. Oh, Mannion and Dorn going at it, and Mannion is going to be called for a pull. He had Dorn by the shoulder, and he had a pretty good chance. Dorn did a good job on the recovery after pretty much handing the ball over to Mannion and saying, "What do you got?" But well, I think that surprised Mannion as much as anybody. Dorn with a kick, or Abadou off his head, trying to find Gay. Gay gets behind him. Well played by LeBombard, actually. Keep Gay from getting a breakaway. And Rabidou for the Eagles. Nice throw for Rabidou. Good skip on by Brothers, and King comes off his line again.
Good ball by Brothers.
Off the head of O'Connor. Chazy's doing well in the air. Goes to Gay.
Head the ball. Play forward here.
Nice step up by Kellett, but that's intercepted by Brothers. Brothers with a lot of support. He goes over to Barrier. Barrier being challenged by number 4, the Barge. That goes upfield. Kind of a mix-up here, and King having to come off his line again. He's had to come off his line about 3 or 4 times this half, with about 22 minutes left in the first half. Give him some
Well done, Keegan.
practice tonight. Ball just bouncing around, goes over the far side over to Hicks for the Eagles. Hicks gets it up to Gay, looking for somebody, and Gay is taken out rather hard. He gets up a little slow, and it's going to be a foul against the Bobcats from distance. Chazy setting up. Had a couple of decent chances to score so far this evening. And Dorn with a kick. Nice kick by Dorn. That's hard to defend. King, come off his line, slapped it, and went off the foot of Gay and comes out deep. Good defending by the Bobcats and Hayden Gay.
Good choice, Hayden.
Nice service by Hayden Gay, but nobody over there on the far side. And Josh Jutton on the far side being challenged by Lapierre, and Lapierre comes up with the ball, but it goes on the foot of defender for the Bobcats. Kerr gets the ball up, being chased by the hustling Mannion. Mannion being challenged by O'Connor. Mannion on top of the box, does a nice little back move. Mannion's still trying to get something going, and Hicks comes back and does a good job helping out on defense, and is cleared out by the Eagles. Goes on to the foot of Rabidou. Bobcats getting a whole bunch of people back. They're defending very well right now. But they better be careful of the speed of Rabidou. Rabidou can get on top, and they can get one over the top. It's going to be a foot race. And O'Connor on the far side for the Eagles. Like Jutton. No team really possessing the ball a whole lot. And Duquette has some space here, being challenged by Kellett. Goes over the head of the defense. Good play by LeBombard. And off the foot of Miller, there's going to be a quick throw in here with 19:47 left in the first half. If Rogers steps up for the Eagles. Kellett and Duquette going at it. Yeah, is that in order?
Yeah.
Perfect. For all you coaches out there, if you could put your team's numbers in order, it would help the old guys up here in the booth, but we will manage. Calvin comes through again.
Okay, it's all right, White. Come on, keep it up.
And checking in is Brady Smart. Coming out number 4, Bryce LaBarge for the Bobcats. Coach Kelleher giving them some instructions to Dylan Miller and Cameron Giro.
Press, let's go. Let's go, game. Spence, next one, Spencer.
Oh, in space here for Rabbit. Rabbit has some couple of moves. Bobcats are moving back on the defense. Brothers trying to find
Barrier there.
anybody and trying to be kicked out by the defense, and it goes up. Oh, good hustle right there by Lapierre to get back on Mannion. Good defense by the Eagles, and Brothers comes up with it again. Brothers, that's not actually a bad choice.
Hayden, keep trying to get forward.
Give your team to get organized again. Both teams staying very organized.
Here. Press.
Oh, nice place by Kellett.
Freaking easy.
And then we have Rogers going back to Dorn. And do the old switcheroo. Dorn going up the middle, and that finds a foot of Corey LaFountain for the Bobcats. Said this isn't the crispest play that I've seen. You know, neither team really. A lot of boot ball going on, Calvin.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You got to give the Bobcats credit. They're stepping up. You know, they're not giving Chazy as much respect, I don't think, as they're used to having. So they're going to have to get these passes off a little bit quicker.
Well, I think getting those 2 goals last game, before the Lightning came, it gave them some confidence.
Oh, no doubt. Boys, the ball's just being bounce-headed, footed, everything else around. There's some forward movement a little bit, and Duquette for the Eagles trying to kick it out, but that goes off the foot of LaFountain. He's being challenged by Barrier. Barrier gets fouled by LaFountain, and Chazy's going to try a quick one, trying to find Gay from Barrier. LeBombard back here to defend, and it goes in the hands of King, the keeper.
With Hicks.
Bryce LaBarge ready to check back into the game for the Bobcats. Goes off the foot of Kerr, trying to find somebody. Everybody's trying to look for Mannion, it seems like, for the Bobcats. LaBarge on, kind of doing a switch. Smart coming over on this near side up front. Oh, he was offsides. He was offsides and they didn't call it. He was offsides too and they did not call it. Ooh, just missing. He was offsides probably by, well, let's say a Calvin length, 6.5 feet. Yeah, he was offsides. There's no doubt about it. And Chazy almost got away with one, and Coach Kelleher would have not been happy if Chazy would have had a quick strike with 16 minutes left in the first half. That's a payback. Call out the payback call.
That would be paid in full.
Yeah, no doubt. And Brothers with the ball for the Eagles. Going over trying to find Duquette. Kellett giving chase. Kellett beats Duquette to the ball, and Kellett does a good job keeping the ball in bounds. But Brothers does a better job of getting it back for the Eagles. And goes on the foot of Duquette. Duquette going back to Rogers. Off the head of Hicks, who now moves up front. Move Hayden Gay over to the far side on the left. Very effective on that left side just because of those moves right there. Got those snaking moves that are just deceiving. And Duquette had a good chance. And good crack. Wow, what a nice save by King. That was a good shot by Barrier for the Eagles, and it's going to be another corner kick. It's going to be their 4th one in this first half with about 15 minutes left. Still no score. Chazy 6,
on, Lapeer.
Bobcats 0 for shots on goal. Chazy applying some pressure, and that was a mistake that almost turned out in the favor of Chazy. Bobcats, I don't know, it seems like they let the ball land, Calvin. I mean, that's just, it seems like they've done that a couple of times. Lapeer had a decent chance off one of the corner kicks they let land. They had a decent chance right there, the Eagles did. So Bobcats are going to have to defend better in those corners. And here goes Brothers going wide, trying to find Gay. Gay trying to keep it in bounds, and he does not.
Come on, let's go, White.
Chazy start finding feet, and here's another chance, and King coming off his line again. The speedy Rabideau just didn't have enough that time. King has a nice goal kick. And off the head of barrier, kind of skips back and goes to O'Connor. O'Connor trying to find Duquette. Duquette couldn't do much with it, and Kellett just kicks it downtown, and Austin Gravel says, finally, I get a little bit of action here this afternoon. I think it's the second time he's touched the ball. Good job by Barrier.
Again.
Some confusion here with the Bobcats. Oh, Duquette trying to get a shot off, and he does, but it hits somebody.
Press here, Gates. Press. Come on. Good, Spencer. Take him on. Take him on.
There goes Barrier for the Eagles. Kellett's going to be one tired player. Seems like he's all over the place, but the ball goes out of bounds. It's going to be another corner kick. It's going to be their fifth one. With about 13-15 left in the first half, still no score at the George Brendler Field. On a beautiful, absolutely beautiful evening with a decent crowd across the way.
You talking about numbers or individually?
Come on, White. Get to the ball.
For what?
Decent.
And that goes too wide, and Lapeer for the Eagles. Nice move by Lapeer. Lapeer, little too much weight, and he knows it. And I think in another week or two, he might have that down, because I have seen improvement as the season goes on. Like I said, Chazy basically had to retool up front, losing the striker Drake, and it's a big loss. They've had a tough time scoring some goals this year. They're having a tough time this half. Nice ball by Lapeer, good touch. Hicks trying to find Rabideau, kicked out. And Miller, and that goes on the foot of Labarge. And here comes Mannion and Dorn. Don't give Mannion a whole lot of space, because he will make you pay. Good job right there by the Bobcats, making Chazy do something they don't want to. Labarge in the back, and Chazy comes up with it. And Chazy kind of loses it, and they come up with it again. Like I said, Chazy not able to get a whole bunch of passes together tonight. Misplay. It's a good ball by Barrier, but number 11, LaFountain, comes up with it. And just kicked out, looks by Velasquez. Everybody's just booting the ball. Oh, we got Smart being challenged right now by Spencer Rogers, and Smart goes down. He's going to be called for a dangerous play. A little disorganization tonight on the Chazy defense. It's a good ball by Dorn. And the speedy Rabideau being challenged by LaFountain. Rabideau with a little too much weight. Little too much weight. And the Bobcats still have 0 for shots on goal, where Chazy has 6 shots and 5 corner kicks. But goose egg for no pressure, or enough pressure, but still nothing to show for it. Oh yeah. It's a good spot here for the Eagles. Hicks taken down hard. A real good spot here for the Eagles. Old King off his line, and fortunately again, Rogers coming over, being smart on his back, but nothing doing. Rogers trying to get it in the middle. The Fountains defending well, and he's going to be called for a push. Chazy having a couple of good restarts. You set plays, you got a couple of guys that can bury it from here. And one of them is Hayden Gay.
Get to the spots, boys. Get there.
Gay with a nice ball. Ooh. King Combley comes off his line. He's a pretty cool customer back there. He does not get rattled. He doesn't mind coming off that line either. And Mannion for the Bobcats coming up with the ball. Mannion being challenged by O'Connor for the Eagles on the far side. Mannion with the getting a nice crosser into the box, but kicked out by Lapierre, and Smart trying to go for a header. It comes over to Kellett. Kellett trying to control it, being challenged by Duquette. Kellett does have a decent shot himself. Chazy does a good job actually defending with brothers helping, but Gage Duquette coming up with a barrier, kind of muscling his way through to the far side over to Hayden Gay. Gay up to Rabideau, being challenged by, and he's actually being fouled, and I don't know, but I think that was a rather,
stumbled and
yeah, that was.
happened to be somebody in the area.
Chazy getting a hometown call here, they're going to call it. With barrier for the Eagles getting another restart with a good spot. And if the Eagles score off this, there's going to be a whole bunch of unhappy Bobcat fans. And with 8:15 left, Barrier tries to bury one on the back of the net. Unable to do so. Seems kind of strange with Barrier for the Eagles being the high scorer with 8 goals.
Oh.
This far into the season, so that shows you.
Balance.
Yeah. Oh, they've got it, had it done by committee. Hicks one night, Duquette one night, Rabideau, so brothers getting a big goal against Seton with 28 seconds left to tie up the game, so been doing it by committee.
Was it Lauren, is he at Potsdam, is it?
Yes. Yeah, Brandon Lauren playing in Potsdam. He was at Plattsburgh State this past week, and
the guys were going down last week.
Yeah. And Potsdam went back home 4-0 loser. That's a good ball here for, you don't let brothers strike. Ooh, right to King. Chazy kind of peppering away at Mr. King, and Mr. King able to come up with these nice saves.
Good hands.
Yeah, he does have good hands. He doesn't no rebounds from any of these shots. He's made a couple of diving saves. As Velasquez over to Kellett. Kellett up to Smart. On the near side being challenged by Rogers, trying to find Kellett, and goes through the legs of Duquette, and Kellett still with the ball. Kellett has some good moves. The freshman's going to have to defend. And Smart getting a piece of it, and Chazy gets kind of fortunate that nobody really got a good shot off. Right there, Corey LaFountain gets one off from the top of the box. Probably the best chance the Bobcats have had all evening, and with 6:30 left, Gravello's going to be taking the goal kick, or the kick for Chazy. LaFountain did a good job getting to that ball, and Mannion comes up with it, kind of controlling thing, trying to find anybody. That goes off the foot of Rogers. Rogers trying to fight his way through, and he does. Good job by Rogers. Rogers still with the ball. And Miller trying to find Velasquez. Goes off the body of Velasquez and out of bounds. It's going to be a throw in, and there's a substitute, Tommy Tebow, in for the Eagles, and Gage Duquette out. Off the head of Kellett. Kellett's been having a lot of action here this afternoon. Fountain just goes away far side trying to find a Mannion, and O'Connor just kind of kicks it up, kicked back by number 8, Bombard. Everybody just kind of kicking the ball. Like I said, this is not the prettiest game I have seen. Neither team able to maintain any kind of possession per se.
Ball doesn't land.
Nice kick by LaBarge. Good head by Lapierre, at the foot of Bryce LaBarge. I think there's a couple of barges out there. Apologize, fellas. And Hicks trying to clear it. And it's going to be an Eagle throw. And I think he got away with one about 5 yards downfield from what he should have been, but he's going to take it for Rabbit. And come over here, number 6, Velasquez. Brothers gets it back to Doran. Doran coming on the near side over to Rogers. Rogers to Brothers. Brothers did a good job getting that out of pressure up to Rabideau. Rabideau with some wheels being challenged by the fountain. And the keeper is clear. And Rabideau, it got it by King. And that was a good ball. That started back here on the defense. So it'll be interesting who is going to get the assist. I think it probably was Brothers. But Rabideau with a big goal with 4:29 left in the first half. Chazy takes a 1-0 lead. And we will be back in a minute. All right, we're back to action here in the first half. 4:29 left with a good goal by Alex Rabideau, and the assist awarded to Zach Brothers. And the ball is going to go out of bounds. And
goal made by Alex Rabideau, assisted by Zach Brothers.
That's fine, brothers. That's fine, buddy.
Chazy might get a little momentum now. The Bobcats really have not been packing it in per se. Chazy's had a couple balls over the top with some foot races, so they're going to definitely have to come out now. Barrier Brothers up to Hicks.
Yeah, bad ball. Good run in, Hicks.
Good ball by Dylan LaBarge. And Jutman on the far side for the Bobcats with a throw-in. Here, number 4, Bryce LaBarge. How about if I just call the fellas by their first name, Bryce and Dylan? Of course, there's probably 3 or 4 Bryces and Dylans on here. Who knows? And O'Connor with a throw-in. Another throw on the far side with 3:15 left in the first half. Chazy up 1-0 and a late first half goal by Alex Rabideau with an assist to Zach Brothers. Nice ball by Hayden Gay. And Mr. King has been a busy young man this afternoon. He has 8 shots against him. The Bobcats they've been awarded 1 shot. And the corner kicks are in favor of Chazy 5-0. One score. Here goes Smart for the Bobcats. Nice service. That's a pretty decent chance. Good ball. And Gravel is going to take his time. And the Bobcat crowd is happy to see that.
That was a heavy foot there by Smart.
That was a good cross.
He's a big guy. He's about 6'3", 6'4".
Yeah, he is. Here goes Hicks up front. Hicks with a good shot. That's a decent choice by Hicks on top of the box. Kind of had the defense going back. With just about 2:15 left in the first half, Chazy up 1-0.
I'm glad we didn't wait for Joey before we started doing the game.
He's going to have writer's cramp, is he?
He must be.
And King taking the goal kick. Good job by Hicks. Challenger for that ball. Kicked down by Dustin Miller. Downfield by Dorn. Good hustle all the way to Hicks. And Dylan Miller giving chase with Hicks. And it's going to be a Chazy throw with Rabideau coming over and taking one of his patented long throws. Yell to him, Dill. Dylan Garrow should be able to check in this first half. Kellett. Rabideau gets away with that. Pass, and Zach Brothers lets one go for distance out in the cornfield. Tommy Tebow coming out. Dylan Garrow going out.
Smart here, boys. Be smart. Minute left.
Rabideau. Oh, Hicks putting some wheels on. King coming off his line again, and I've said that an awful lot for this first half. King coming off his line, and he's actually had to.
Rolls off your lips.
Yeah, he's had to though. I mean, he's done a good job except for the one time. He made some great saves keeping the Bobcats in this game. The far side, Hayden Gay for the Eagles. Trying to keep it in, and Just kicked downtown by the defense of the Bobcats.
Keegan, support.
Just about 20 seconds left here in the first half. Chazy's still applying some pressure.
Drop
And another
off.
throw in. Looks like Jutton with a throw, and he is just going to take his time and let this nature take its course in his first half. You are watching Hometown Cable, and we will be back in the second half. Beautiful. I got to go take care of Mom.
Only 11 back. 18 to start, 11 second half. Dylan, you good? Yep. Timer, here we go to work. Start it up.
Okay, we are starting the second half without Joey or Joe. Joey, we've learned, is busy at the college jamboree or whatever it is, gathering place for kids, a little fair for kids, juniors and seniors, to learn more about their college options. So he is busy there. The fish has just returned.
Hey, remember what we talked about?
He is now fish and chips because he has fries with him. So he's now fish and chips. Fish with chips, I should say.
These are good fries tonight.
Are they, as opposed to
Oh, I don't know.
you've had some bad fries?
They're good tonight.
Okay. Joe will be chomping for the next 10 minutes, so he probably won't have much to say.
Unusual, but
Get in!
Chazy starting to roll out to, that was probably within a foot and a half of the post, I think. Looks like King didn't touch it, so it's going to be a goal kick.
so where's Mr. Wonderful tonight?
I know there's a college thing going on where a bunch of colleges are together, one of these fairs there where the kids can go and learn about colleges. It's at Plattsburgh State.
Down there with Mara.
That's why Galen said he was at some college thing with his sister, so I assume that that's what he was talking about, because I know that's going on. Eagle throw. Headed by Gay. Who's that back there? Is it Kellett back there on that side?
Just been all over the field. So.
Yeah, he was on this side in the first half, so it makes sense that he'd be on that side the second half, right? It's easy to spot brothers. That's I like brothers.
I don't like it when they all shave their heads.
No, that's not good.
Hey, you gotta come back and help us here. Head the ball!
Well, Cats want to take a shot once in a while too.
Hey, you gotta come help us here. No whip.
It'll be Labarge with a throw into Labarge. Up to Jutman. And Jutman tripped by Gay, who totally disagrees with that call.
And it still doesn't matter.
Gay faked me out. I thought he was going to boot that, and he kicks it over to the, not Gay, but Labarge. And he kicked it to Labarge. This is Hicks taking it. Battle there by Bryce Labarge.
That's okay, Hicks. Good job, buddy.
Lombard clears it.
Hicks ran out of steam.
Barrier's going to take a little shot here, and he's going to give King an opportunity for another great save. Nice save there by Ethan King on a hard blast by Barrier.
He's been keeping him in the game.
Yeah,
He made some great saves that first half game.
does a good job. think it's green
Drop
throw.
off, Gates!
And it's the other keeper, Blaze.
Blaze, yeah.
Blaze in this half. Gravel had a no-hitter going. Or one hitter, I guess, huh? One save. This is Ducat.
Was Wild Bill up in Northern Adirondack?
No, he hasn't shown up yet this year.
Huh.
He only shows up when he's got tickets to sell.
Come on, brother!
Been nice to have him over here.
Hey, get to that
Yeah.
going!
Here's Rabidou. You know, he's one of those retired COs, so I think he'd have some time in his hands, you know.
He's probably got a second job. Yeah.
Yeah, taking a job away from somebody. No, not Bill. He wouldn't do that. He wouldn't take a job away from some young person looking for a job.
Hey, keep it up, boy. Come on!
The young person doesn't want it bad enough.
Let's get one, boy. Let's get one.
Too much of that nowadays.
Come on, we gotta be first to the float! Good on land, Romeo. Let's get in!
Do it. This was Gay. Are you done chomping there, or you're still chomping?
Yeah.
Still eating. You got to savor those Mickey fries. You
He's here
can't.
tonight. I don't know why.
Is Mickey there?
No.
No. Oh,
Well, he was there supervising. He had to leave.
here. His brother-in-law wasn't there.
Tommy Pepper was over there. Greg Bullard.
Oh,
Oh,
King had to ditch that one. Had to ditch that one. Tangle in the web after. What's Gay doing here?
Ball boy mix up or?
I don't know what the. Gonna put it on the other side? Wow.
No, that wasted about 45 seconds.
I don't see how they could call it from that side. I guess it's where the shot came off, but ball went off on the left side here, I thought. Okay, we'll take the corner.
Oh,
Off the crossbar.
Romeo, well up, buddy! Let's get to the ball first!
I believe that was Alex Rabidou who got the noggin on that one.
Sort yourself out!
And Dylan Labarge will take the goal kick. Headed by Barrier. Over to Gay. Challenged by Jutnan. Over to Brothers.
Find barrier!
So Hicks. Headed at the 18, but O'Connor is there.
good ball.
Get a touch! Hand on now!
Okay, nice move.
Good defending.
Jutnan and Labarge challenging him. And it looks like Rabidou's going to come over and take the throw.
Break out?
I'm ready, if you're ready.
Sure.
All right.
Back. Bobcats failed to clear that box again. They haven't paid for it yet, but time is not on their side. They keep letting that ball land. Good job by Rogers. Good job by Barrier. And Dolan gets it over here this side to O'Connor. Hit it by LaFountain. Alec Lapierre does a good job coming up with that ball. And it gets up to Brothers. Brothers being challenged by LaFountain again. And we have a possible break with Rabidou. Looks like Jutnan. Rabidou and Jutnan going at it. And the Bombard doing a good job sliding over there to stop that challenge by Rabideau. And there'll be another corner kick. They're going to do a short one here. Chazy getting away with one here. Doing a quick one. Oh, King gets a hand on it, and fortunate to get a hand. Yeah, they almost caught the Bobcats sleeping right there. Coach Kelleher not happy with his Bobcats. Kind of lackadaisically going back on the corner kick. Chazy's been awarded, they're up to 7 corner kicks now by the board. 7 corner kicks, 11 shots on goal. And numerous chances already this second half. Barrier trying to squeak one through, and it goes on the far side. Good shot, actually. Not a bad choice.
Hey, let's get it together, guys!
By Gay. Mr. King has been very busy this game. Second half is kind of a repeat of the first half performance, making some decent saves and
Let's go! Come on!
keeping his team in the game.
Hayden, open up a little more!
Barrier trying to go down the middle, and good defending by the Bobcats. The peer challenging Kerr. And it goes on the foot of Barrier again. Barrier being challenged by the Fountain. Barrier kind of goes down, and fortunate to get a throw in for Chazy on the far side. We have 28:55 left in the second half. Chazy up 1-0 at the George Brendler Field. Today is October 2nd, 2013. Rabideau. Nice throw by Rabideau. Bobcats trying to clear it out. Chazy gets ahead on it. And Lapierre gets not a bad shot, actually. That's not a bad shot by Lapierre. Better than the other one that he had from distance. Maybe he's getting his range.
Head the ball! Head it!
Bobcats have a
Hey, keep it up, boy! Keep it up!
tough time clearing the ball out on restarts. And they really haven't paid the price yet, because normally with this amount of corner kicks, they're up to 8 corner kicks. You'll pay the price at least once. And Hicks trying to get in. Hicks, oh wow. Dylan LaBarge does a good job defending. He gets away with one. Little obstruction, but no call. King with a beautiful kick. Somebody trying to head it. And off the foot of Dorn.
Hey, let's defend, boy! Come on!
27:30 left in the second half. Velasco's checking off the field for the Bobcats.
When you get there!
Smart with the ball. There goes Jutman trying to find somebody in the center. And Barrier says, that'll be me. And they're going to take a long one here. We got some wheels. Ooh, good job by Bryce LaBarge. Just to kind of keep Hicks from going in one-on-one with King. Chazy looking for that quick out, that good transition game. It's going to be their 9th corner kick, Calvin. That's a lot of corner kicks.
Yeah. Especially when the other side has 0.
They might have about 13 shots and 9 corner kicks, so disparity going on. It's going to be a goal kick this time for the Bobcats. King with the goal kick. Chazy's doing a pretty good job in the air, winning most of these head balls. Oh, good hustle here by Gage Duquette. And the ball goes farther in the side. Kind of flips it up. And Brothers with a quick shot. Didn't really get enough on it, but snuck through into the hands of King again. King with another kick. Coming here on the near side over to Mannion. Mannion, the goal scorer for the Bobcats, being defended by both brothers and Barrier. Mannion gets by everybody, and it goes on the foot of Jutland. Jutland takes a shot from distance and to no avail. With 25:30 left in the second half, Chazy still leading 1-0 with some opportunities squandered in the second half. King making some good saves for the Bobcats, keeping them in the game. Bobcats have not been able to generate a whole lot of offense here this afternoon, or I should say this evening.
Pressure on, get their heads down. Let's go.
But they only need one to tie, so
Help out, Hayden.
that's what they're looking for. Number 2, Dylan LaBarge. Trying to find Mannion. Mannion being guarded, and Jutland comes up with it. He's challenged by O'Connor. Jutland still with the ball. He and O'Connor going at it. Jutland gets the cross in. Nice cross by Jutland. It's going to be a corner kick for the Bobcats. It is their first corner kick this evening, and let's see what they can do with it. Chazy's been able to do nothing with 9 of theirs. So let's see how Chazy can defend, and the Bobcats try to get on the board to even this up with 24:30 left in the second half. Kind of a weak one to nobody, and Barrier has some space. You may have a 2v1 here. Barrier with some speed. He can dribble the ball. Good defending by the Bobcats, actually, to thwart that chance. They were lucky to get back. Everybody had to hustle. Chazy's done that twice now, come out quick from their zone. Bobcats cannot be unawares of it. They're speedsters like Rabideau and wheels like Barrier. Yeah, brothers are going to be called for that all day long. He'll be called for that all day long. .23:30 left in the second half. Still Chazy 1-0 in this battle of Northern Soccer League Division 2. It's a big game this evening with the Bobcats and the Eagles going at it. Brothers, good receives the brothers over to Barrier in the middle. Trying to find Hayden Gay up to the middle. Hayden Gay being challenged by Kerr. Actually, that's Jutland. Nice ball by Hayden Gay and just missing. Or the crossbar again. Good work by the Eagles getting another chance. They are 16 shots versus 2 for the Bobcats. The Bobcats, checking the paper, they've only given up 2 or 3 goals all year. Yeah, they've got a good defense, you know.
Well, you gave up 3 against Chazy.
Well, I don't think that counts, though. I don't think that's counted yet. We'll see how that plays out. They probably will have to play the whole game if they didn't finish that second half, or excuse me, the first half. It's crossed by Rabideau. Goes on the foot of Hicks. Hicks tried to find it, and Gay here has nobody challenging him. Nice move by Gay. Good shot by Gay. And a great save by King. Oh my. That hit underneath a crossbar, and Gay says, I can't buy a goal here this afternoon, but not through lack of hard work, that's for sure. King making another great save to keep the Bobcats within striking distance. And here goes Zach Brothers. Gonna wait. Hayden Gay working well in this west. Oh, Mannion does a good job stepping up in front of O'Connor. Mannion with some good speed being challenged by O'Connor. Mannion with a good center. And going up to number 15, Kerr, and nothing happened with it for the Bobcats. LaFountain being challenged by Rabideau. Good shot, looks like Kellett. Bobcats getting a little spring in their step. And Trent Blaze gets a little ball right in his hand for all that work. Not really much of a shot. Gotten off by the Bobcats with just about 20 minutes and 55 seconds left. Blaze with a really nice kick downfield. Good job by Both of them going down. Who are they going to call this one on? It will be against the Bobcats.
It's fine, people. Man, you know.
See what Chazy can do. How many restarts have they had this afternoon? Just not even counting corner kicks. Corner kicks are at 9. I mean, just restarts. Chazy's had quite a few. O'Connor with a shot and goes right to King again. King has good hands. He allows no second shots, so give his team some hope. Northern Adirondack pushing it up quick. Lapeer trying to get it back to Brothers. He does. Brothers does a great job. He's had a great season so far this year. Oh, just missing the pass over to Gay, and Brothers still has the ball. Goes up. Hicks trying to corral it. Hicks goes back over to Barry, and nobody there. Checking in for the Bobcats, number 6 Velasquez and number 4 Bryce LaBarge.
You gotta win those balls in the air.
Mr. King has been very, very busy this afternoon in the Bobcat net. Oh my. Hicks. Good defending actually by the Bobcats. Out of bounds. Be another goal kick for the Bobcats. Hard to see their numbers right now, Calvin, when the dusk's kind of moving in. And I am glad that the Bobcats do put contrasting colors for their numbers. It makes it easier. Kerr's done a good job back there in defense for the Bobcats this evening. Jutton and Hayden Gay going at it again. Gay moving it up, trying to find Hicks, and he's going to be called offsides.
Barrier. Ask for this, but we need to connect with you and your brother. Come on, let's go.
Dylan LaBarge having a decent game for the Bobcats. Gets a kickoff. LaBarge, the boys just kind of heading it around. Goes on the foot of Barrier. Barrier trying to get it up to Hicks. He does. Hicks has some space. Number 4, Bryce LaBarge, cleared it out and kicked back in by Duquette for the Eagles. Headed out by Jutton for the Bobcats. Goes off the foot of Barrier. And Brothers doing another good job. Trying to get it to O'Connor. Mannion has good ball skills, and he comes up with that one. And challenged by Barrier. Mannion going after Barrier, but Chazy does still remain in possession, and there's another run, trying to run after Barrier here. A couple of guys trying to take him out, but not to no avail. And Lapeer off his head.
Well done, Red.
Out of bounds on the far side is going to be a Bobcat throw-in with 17-17 left in the second half. Chazy still nursing a 1-0 lead late in the second half off a goal by Rabideau and assist by Zach Brothers. See if this can hold up. Mr. King has had a phenomenal night in net for the Bobcats, keeping his team in it. Kerr's played well on defense. LaBarge, always a good ball right here, and King off his line again. King's going to let the Bobcats set up a little bit, or you should let him set up a little bit. Ooh. Barrier off the foot of Dylan LaBarge. Ball still being kicked around, and the Bobcats trying to get possession, and Mannion does it for them, trying to go back to the middle. Kerr, nobody there. Excuse me, that would be the smart.
That's it. Get his head down. Get up on him. Too much room. That's okay. It's a good ball. Oh! Oh!
Barrier with the ball, Brothers. Off the foot of a couple of Bobcats, and Hicks trying to get it up to Rabideau. Good job by Kerr and Rabideau, and Kerr is having some words, it looks like, back there. I don't know if that was Kerr or LaFountain.
Brady, you gotta get there. That's okay, Keegan. That's all right. That's all right. Tony, don't worry about that far. Yeah. Drop off. Come on. Still there. Still there. Still there. In front of you.
Northern Adirondack still playing hard. Out of bounds would be a Bobcat throw. Quickly in by Kellett. Kellett moves over to this side now. And Smart being challenged by Lapeer. And Kellett tries to get a pass off. He can't, and cleared out by the Eagles. They're on the foot of Dylan Labarge. He's trying to get it in, and Abadou says that's going out of bounds, and it's going to be a quick throw-in by Gay. Nice throw-in by Gay, good and quick. Strong challenge by the Bombard, and Hicks gets by him, and the Fountain and the Hicks going at it. And it's going to go on the foot of Gay. Gay has a whole bunch of green around him. If he can find somebody in the middle, somebody has to be open, like Mr. Duquette. And Mr. Duquette gets the ball now. Oh, you got to get away with it a little quicker than that, Mr. Duquette. This is the varsity. Chazy getting their passing game. They're finding some feet now with Brothers coming up with the ball. Brothers turn around to Hicks, and very good defending by the Bobcats, and it goes on the foot of Smart. Smart looking for a long ball with Manion and Doran. And Doran gets the ball away, and coming up is number 4, Bryce Labarge. Good job by Hayden Gay. Gay going long, trying to find Rabideau. Rabideau being challenged by LaFountain. And it's going to be a goal kick for the Bobcats. Couple of subs going in for Chazy. Kyle Drake, number 12, and number 11, Tommy Tebow coming off. Hayden Gay and Gage Duquette. First time these two guys have seen some action this evening. We have 13:41 left in the second half. Chazy's still up 1-0. Good defense by the Bobcats. Yeah, and Mr. Hicks will be called for that. Coach McCullough pleading his case in no avail. If you get one, I get one too. You know, why not? And Labarge with a goal kick goes off the head of Hicks. Rabideau, Labarge, Kellett. Kellett going in the middle trying to find Smart, and too much weight on that pass. It'll be Chazy throwing with 12:54 left in the second half. Chazy hasn't had the chances, Calvin, in the last 6 or 7 minutes that they were getting in the second half.
No.
Ball's been more in the middle of the field, you know. So Bobcats doing a better job defending. Play by Rogers. Rogers to Doran, back to Rogers. Rogers trying to find somebody in the middle, and goes on the foot of Rabideau, and then Brothers. Brothers kind of mixed kicks it, but another one to Rabideau, back to Brothers. Brothers coming in on the near side, finding Tebow. Tebow has a lot of space. Being challenged by a couple of defenders for the Bobcats. It is cleared out. Good defending by the Bobcats once again. Brothers trying to find barrier. Smart coming back to challenge. Fountain coming back to challenge. Barrier still with the ball, and right in the arms of King. He does not allow. There's no rebounds. I have seen absolutely none off that young keeper. So he's doing a good job.
He's a real pickpocket. He's got sticky fingers.
Yes, he is. Bobcats trying to get a little something going. Just goes off the knee of Dylan Labarge. A Fountain over on the far side. Out of bounds. Not the crispest game from either team I've ever witnessed, so. But it doesn't have to be. Tommy Tebow coming off. Hayden Gay going on. Gay's giving the Eagles a few chances, and the Bobcats makes them sweat a little bit from this outside position. Chazy, if they can switch fields now, there's Brothers with the ball. Brothers trying to line up a shot. Good defending by the Bobcats once again. Good job by Spencer Rogers to come right up and get that ball. Step up.
Well in, Keegan. Well done.
Nice touch by Zach Brothers. He's got a beautiful touch. Brothers, Gay back to Brothers. Over in the middle, over to Barrier. Chazy moving that ball well. Oh, nice little chip up. Can't find him though. King comes off his line and beats Hicks to the ball. King with a quick kick. He does not let his team set up at all. And we have Mr. Kellett back in the action, trying to service it into Mania, but that's easily going to go in the arms of the senior keeper, Trent Blaze, for the Eagles, with 10 minutes left in the second half. Chazy still nursing that late first half goal by Rabideau. And we'll see if it holds up. Mr. Mannion, if he can get a good run for the Bobcats, he can change the texture of this game real fast. Mr. King has kept the Bobcats in the game. Barrier and Brothers playing well in the middle for the Eagles. Good spot here for the Eagles. Dylan Doran coming up. He has a kick that's very hard to defend. It kind of curls back in, and you got to run back and get it. It's very hard to defend.
Yep, Keegan, goal side there. Good. Yep. Goal side of 3. Stepping out.
Well defended by the Bobcats. Looks like Labarge on the far side trying to carry it up. Doran steps up. Bobcats retain possession on the far side. Good job by Rogers to just contain. We're at the 8-minute and 55-second mark. Bobcats trying to get on the board. They only have 2 shots on goal so far. They would love to make the third one count. And Zach Brothers has other ideas. Good defending again by the Bobcats. Kind of a lofty shot from distance. And Trent Blaze is going to hopefully let his team set up. If he doesn't, he will do it the next time, I'm sure. Yeah, he wisely lets his team set up.
Come on, hey, gotta get it.
Gay up to Rabideau.
On your back, on your back.
Well defended by Kerr again. The speedy Kellett gets a foot on it. Manning challenging Dorn and goes off the head of Kellett again. And O'Connor trying to do something with it. Anybody's trying to do something with it. And Mr. Smart says, I'm going to try to pass, and it's going to be a foul against the Eagles. Good spot for the Bobcats right here with 7 minutes and 50 seconds left. They get a quick one off over to Kellett. Kellett trying to center it, and he does. Good center pass by Kellett, and it goes the foot of Gay. Gay wisely just clears it downfield, and Rabideau trying to get ahead on it. And it goes Labarge for the Bobcats. Kicks it, goes in the middle. The Fountain gets a foot on it, goes back over to Kellett. Bobcats getting a little something going here now. Eagles just trying to take the pressure off. Rabideau does it just with a long ball downfield, and LeBombard is going to come and get that. Just kicks it back down. And Bryce Labarge has that go out of bounds off him, and maybe a Chazy throw-in. Going in is Gage Duquette, and coming off is Kyle Drake. Ready to check in momentarily is Dylan Garrow, the senior for the Eagles. And number 2, Dylan Labarge, is being challenged by Hicks. And that goes out of bounds off the Bobcats, and it's going to be a white throw. And Garrow goes in for Gay. Garrow gets the ball, and right back to Hicks. Hicks trying to put a move on Dylan Labarge unsuccessfully, and Garrow comes up with the ball, and he is going to be called for a foul with 6 minutes and 22 seconds left in the second half. Bobcats looking a little better now than they had, especially in the second half. Chazy was teeing off left and right on them, and they have not been able to as of late. So they're playing better, and thanks to the goalkeeping of Mr. Ethan King, the Bobcats are still in it, just down by a goal. Good job by Barrier coming up with that ball against Smart. Barrier mad at himself, but he'll get it. Good job by Mannion coming up with that ball. He has a magnet for that ball. Good ball handling skills, and he goes corner trying to find Kellett. O'Connor is going to get there first for the Eagles. What is he going to do with it? He can't let it go out of bounds. I don't know how it has enough oomph. And Kellett got that ball, and going to be rewarded with a throw in. Some good hard work by Kellett. Comes back over to Bryce Labarge. Labarge. Hey, Bobcats looking decent here. Chazy's going to have to defend. And it's going to be a corner kick for the Bobcats. Their second corner kick, excuse me. 2 corner kicks, 3 shots on goal with just about 5 minutes left. Bobcats putting some pressure on the Eagles in this late going. Eagles nursing that 1-goal lead. Can they defend? Good shot off. Mannion comes up with the ball.
That's fine.
That's okay, yeah. Good ball right there by Garrow just to relieve the pressure. And going to be... And we have Mr. Kaiser. He's going to have some words for somebody because the clock has stopped, and we'll be back in a moment to let you know what happened. All right. And Dylan Labarge with a throw-in the Chazy territory, and Hayden Gage sends it downfield. Now if Chazy can pull everybody up, King comes way off and just boots it downfield. That's a smart move. They're going to have to push everything forward. You can get a guy like Kellett. He has some decent skills. And Brothers does a good job of throwing that attack. Kellett still comes the ball, and Bobcats all over the front with none of it in. Bobcats putting a lot of pressure upon the Eagles here this late going. They got everybody up.
We should point out, Joel, the reason referee Kaiser stopped it was because he thought somebody might have been injured and needed to come off, but
Okay.
there was no...
Safety first.
Yep.
3 minutes and 47 seconds left here. Bobcats getting a couple quick corner kicks. Some pressure on the Eagles. Bobcats. Oh, nothing to do about that. And there's going to be a substitution. Gage Ducat, Wonder Boy coming in, Dylan Garrow coming off. Switching a couple players. Looks like Ducat's going to be going up front. Hayden Gage is going to be coming out to the left midfield.
Brother, stop deeper, brother.
Dorn with a goal kick for the Eagles.
Play forward. No turn.
And we're just about the 3-minute mark. Bobcats threatening to score to tie this game up. Doing a good job putting some pressure on the Eagles in the second half. Chazy's had it kind of their way at times, but O'Connor trying to find it downfield. And number 8, the Bombard is getting a good hustle. Good throw in by Gage Ducat with the Hicks. Hicks being challenged by Labarge. What is Hicks going to do? Really nobody, but goes on the foot of Brothers. Brothers, what is he going to do? He gets over to Barrier. Barrier can let go from distance, and he does, but over the crossbar, and we are at 2:21. Kind of an exciting flurry by the Bobcats, Calvin.
Yes.
It wasn't bad. They were looking good for about 6 or 7 minutes. They did. They actually were getting some things together. It's the best they've looked this whole game. You know, and they almost were rewarded with a goal here in the second half for that good hard work. And here's the man that can do it is Mannion. Mannion being challenged by Doran, and Mannion pulls it back. Doran puts a body on him, and Mannion and Doran, yeah, they're going to call that on Mannion all day. He might not have been the first one, but he was the one that got caught. You can't have your arms extended, and Chazy is going to take a leisurely stroll to put this ball back in play with 1 minute and 40 seconds left. Chazy is going to take their time, and Mr. Kelleher for the Bobcats, he's pleading his case too. And
He won the... Mannion won the battle, but not the war.
Good battle going on the far side. Rabideau with a quick throw, and I don't know why. He should have maybe taken a couple more seconds off, because we are just about the 1 minute mark, and now the Bobcats are going to push everything up. Good hustle by Mannion. Mannion is a real deal, you can tell. I've always liked him since I watched him play a few years ago. Done nothing but get better. Hicks for the Eagles. Nice ball by Hicks up to Gay. Going to burn some seconds off the clock. Gay being challenged by Kellett. Kellett's had a good game for the Bobcats. And Gay wisely kicks it off Kellett, and he is going to burn approximately 12 and a half seconds just to get this throw in. Coach McCullough was not happy about Coach was not happy about that quick throw in by Rabideau on the far side. Mr. Callahan making us laugh up here. And it looks like it's going to be a Chazy victory. Chazy will remain undefeated in Northern Soccer League Division II to retain the possession of first place, not without a good try by the Bobcats, especially in the second half, late in the second half. Seemed like that was the best they played the whole game, Calvin.
Yeah.
Made it exciting. I mean, they had a couple of good chances. You know, some quick corner kicks. They had what they had ended up with 3 corner kicks. They had 2 in a row and some good spots, but they kept trying to play and playing hard. And Mr. King, I'm going to give my butternut squash to Mr. King for the Bobcats. Yeah, I mean, he kept him in the game. He was phenomenal.
It's the first time Joe's ever given the butternut squash to a visiting player.
Is it? Hey, why not, Always big tradition, man. You never know. Barry and Brothers played well for the Bobcats. Mannion played well in a losing cause. Kellett played well, too. LeBombard played very well for the Bobcats, so they had nothing to hang their heads about. 1-0 defeat against the state-ranked Chazy Eagles. And they're going to be having a rematch on October 12th and 17th, and we will be there. Maybe we'll get Wild Bill Chase. That'll be exciting. All right, you've been watching Hometown Cable, and as Calvin always says, that's the way it was, and beautiful.